yield back.
Senator Kim.
Thank you, Chairman. Thank you all for coming. Dr. West, I just want to start with you. I was struck by a line in your testimony. You said that there was a lack of direct evidence of a causal link between smartphones and learning. I guess I just want to probe that a little more. Is that because that there's not enough research being done, or just it's too difficult to be able to actually be able to deduce the causality there? Can you go in a little bit more detail?
Yeah, so I would say that when you have a single time series like the data on U.S. student achievement over time, we have that from the NAEP, we have data on each state, but the emergence of social media and smartphones is really something that occurred everywhere all at once. So it's sort of hard to rule out anything else that occurred roughly in the first part of the 2010s. And, social media was not introduced carefully via a randomized controlled trial that we could study. Now, right now, we have the opportunity to learn about that question by studying what happens when you introduce cell phone bans at school, what happens when you take steps to address inappropriate use or unhelpful use outside of school. And so I think we'll actually learn a lot more about what's happened in the past by studying the effects of steps that we're taking now.
Yeah, thank you. It feels like there is growing momentum, though, for actions like, a cell phone ban. I mean, I'm just kind of curious here of the five of you, is that something that all of you would be supportive of? Dr. Henachek, is that something?
I'm generally inclined in that way, but I, at the same time, don't think that's going to reverse the trends we've seen in terms of student performance. I think it's something we should very seriously consider and evaluate, but I think that the problems are much larger than just cell phones.
Thank you. Dr. West?
I, as a member of the Massachusetts Board of Elementary and Secondary Education, I've been arguing unsuccessfully for us to take that approach. But I'd go back to something I said to Senator Hawley, which is I don't think we should be thinking solely through the lens of bans on use at school. I think we need to take a broader approach.
Yeah. Dr. Jenner?
I could not agree more. I think by just talking about bans in schools, we are totally missing the mark. If you lock cell phones up all day, social media has still impacted kids the night before, and they're bringing that into schools every day.
Yeah.
So I think it has to be a bigger conversation.
Dr. Murray?
Echo the same comment. I think it'll be interesting to see the results of this, but if we're not paying attention to the whole picture and the whole child, then we're going to miss this opportunity with our children. So our eyes have to be wide open.
Yeah, Dr. Winthrop, before I turn to you, because I have a sense of where your position is, but I'll be honest with you, like I got a third grader and a fifth grader, and it's not just me. When I talk to parents right now, like we're struggling to understand how to balance this, because there's part of us that's like, the test scores are down, so there's part of us that's thinking like, okay, well, we gotta, program every moment of their lives, their weekends, and this and that with school, sports, and this and arts, and testing and tutoring. It's a lot, but then we're also kind of hearing that like, look, they need more unstructured time. They need to be able to play. They need to be able to explore. I guess I'm just trying to get a sense from you, like we're talking about all this effort to try to help teachers understand their roles and get stronger, and others in the education system. Where do the parents fit in? Like, how do we try to get a sense of what role we need to be playing better on?
Thank you for that question, Senator. It is every parent's sort of nightmare trying to navigate technology. And I would say a couple of things. One, parents play an incredibly important role, and we have done a very poor job collectively in the education and child development space supporting them and educating them. So one, we have to have common sense rules in our households as a parent. I'm a parent of 2 teens, and I take the phones away, no phones in the bedroom at night. Second, we need to educate our kids and really have conversations with them about what is social media and why we don't want them to spend hours on it. You need to get outside and play. You should connect with other people. My poor children are so sick of me telling them this, but it's been effective over the years. And third, we have to, as parents, not just monitor their time, but as we, tragically heard around with AI companions, we have to look at what they're doing online and the content. And I would say, tell them, hey, I bought the phone, I pay for the data, I'm going to periodically check this. You should tell your friends that I'm going to be checking your social media
Dr. Murray, just here at the end here, this hearing is K through 12, but when I was looking through your plan, part of it was about pre-K and expanding pre-K. should we be thinking about a paradigm shift here of really trying to think not just of K through 12, but pre-K through 12? And I know I'm out of time, but just as a yes or no, is that a direction we need to be pushing?
Absolutely. From birth to 5, we see that students, when they come to school, many times are not ready. So anything that I think we can do to support moms and dads, families, caregivers, to help with the education, early learning is going to benefit.
Thank you, and I yield back.